What's up guys, Anthony here, and today I'm going to be giving you a full walkthrough on the 2011 Mercedes Sprinter van that I have built out into a camper van. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you have any other questions or any other videos you'd like to see. Getting started here on the front of the van, we have a full kitchen setup. This is all brand new. Everything inside is brand new currently. This here is a laminate countertop, and up top we have a 2-stove burner that runs off of 16-ounce propane cans, but is capable of being hooked up to full-size propane cans if needed. And then down here we have a 7.8-gallon sink bay, plenty of room to wash dishes and rinse off vegetables or anything like that you might need. And with that being said, we can look down below at the sink system. Here we do have a 7-gallon water tank. This is all the fresh water, and it will be connected directly into the pump that is behind the fresh water tank there. And that pump is powered into the solar system so that it will not drain your van battery or anything along those lines when you are using it. And the waste tank, or the gray water you might say, drains out, and the hose comes down and through the wall of the cabinet right here into this 10-gallon tank. This tank is larger just to be able to make sure it can collect any solids that may come out through the sink as well. And looking under here, this is the bottom of the stove. Right here is the nozzle where the 16-ounce propane can screw in. And as mentioned, if you would like one of the full gray propane cans, there is more than enough room right there. I've measured it out just to check. So you can hook a full-size propane can in right there as well. And moving over here into the last cabinet below, this here is all of the solar system. And with that, there is a 2,000 watt inverter. And what that does is converts everything from DC to AC power, so you can start to charge things off wall outlets. There are outlets here on the end. You can install extension cords or power strips up here to the countertop if you'd like, and with that you can charge appliances such as microwaves. I listed online, it goes all the way up to being able to power TVs for a couple hours, an hour or two. But yeah, so the battery life and everything else is one thing that will depend on that. But with that being said, this is a 200 amp hour AGM battery. I know a lot of people like to go with the lithium batteries, but doing some research before the system was installed, I actually found the AGM are better in conditions where the weather fluctuates a lot. And as you guys know, I am located in Colorado, and we have summers over 100 degrees and winters that can definitely get into the negatives. So I thought having an AGM battery would definitely be the best fit for a camper van, and just in case you want to take it out different times of the year. Moving up into the system here, this is a DC to DC controller, and what that does is it converts all of the power coming in from the solar panels just to make sure that it is flowing in at the right voltage to the battery and does not fry the battery with too high voltage coming in. And then that monitor can also be connected to the Sprinter van alternator. And what that will do is when the van is running and driving, your alternator charges your van battery. But if it's also wired to this system, then you can also charge your solar system battery at the same time. And it also goes the opposite. If you're out camping and you accidentally leave your lights on the van, you can use the solar system battery to send power back through into the battery for the van and charge it up, and then you can drive off. There also is all our switches over here. There is a fuse box that can connect to the low voltage power. Currently, all that is installed on the low voltage power is the lights above, which are 8 of the flush mount lights that I will show you later on. And also the water pump. As you can see, some of the wires running back up into the separate sink bay. And with that being said, the switches are here on the end of the cabinet. And moving up here towards all the lights, try and limit the glare a little bit. As you can see, they are all flush mount lights right there close to the ceiling. Nice and easy to get in and out if you need to. And looking into the rest of the van here, there is quite a bit of room open along here. Other cabinets can be installed right here, or different maybe equipment storage you might want, or a cooler or a fridge, bathroom possibly. And behind the kitchen area is the dining room table slash bed. I will have a separate video posted that shows this being folded up and down into a bed versus a table. This table is brand new butcher block and definitely is a nice material and will not warp in the sun. And over here, these are camper cushions from a previous camper bed. They're great quality and have no damage to them. And looking underneath, actually, these cushions, there is a storage cabinet down here. And what this is good for is I thought we have lots of unused space for the van. So why cut off any area that we can store things in that we might have? But yeah, both of the seats have this installed. And it definitely will be convenient for storing items, maybe mechanical gear or other things you want to bring with on your trip, clothing bags, anything along those lines. And speaking of storage, in the back here, as you can tell, there is a good amount of space left still. I believe in the middle and the sides, it's about 3 feet between back of the table here to the walls. And that gives plenty of space, whether you want to store bicycles, maybe tilt a kayak up in here somehow, whatever you're thinking. You could also build more cabinets, install a TV, make the bed longer, anything you want. And one of the final components here is there are overhead storage cabinets. Great for silverware, dishes, snacks, anything you might want. And yeah, and just looking overall at the van again, everything in here is brand new. The van itself has 247,000 miles, which may sound like a lot, but these Sprinter vans have been known to run up into the 400s, 500s, even if they're treated nicely, which this one has been. And yeah, the van is insulated with Havelock wool insulation. That van is definitely one of the safest insulations you can use on a Sprinter van build, which is why I chose it. This has stayed very warm throughout the winter here in Colorado, and I definitely think it will be a great fit for camping this summer. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please let me know, and I will be in contact. Thanks.